Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I am going to do my best to speak to you with passion, but yet calmness. I know my own strengths and my own weaknesses, and my strength is my passion, and one of my weaknesses is my passion. And I don't want this message to get lost in my passion. And what's going on in this country should scare the hell out of you. And if it doesn't scare the hell out of you, well, you're going to get what you deserve. And I'll never forget when Obama won and the hope that was there. And I was on WLW radio, and I was disappointed in the election, but I accepted it. And I can go back and I could show you that I said, well, I hope he unites the country. I hope he does a great job. And let's see what happens. Well, after 4 years, I was like, wow. You know, he is trying to knock America down the size. The apologies, the policies, you know, letting China do what they want, Iran do what they want, everything. I was like, whoa. Well, what's going on now is an absolute, to use the expression, jailbreak against the president that began before he took office and continues to this day. I don't want to waste a lot of time this morning going over it all, but you know what it was. And it involves the actual spying on the President of the United States. It's proven. And the U.S. Attorney up in New York City better finally prosecute some folks. And I think it's treasonous. Strzok's notes, it came out yesterday, Strzok's handwritten notes had Biden and Obama involved in what was going on in Flynn's prosecution. It's scary. But let's cover this. You are not allowed in this country to be for Trump. And if you are, you're a racist. If you're for Trump, you're racist. They want to ignore all facts. Just go back before the coronavirus. Every single economic indicator was record setting. Every single one of them. Record setting. We were at peace in the world. China was scared of Trump and the United States. Russia wasn't messing with us. North Korea was shutting it down. Iran were told what the lay of the land was. Unbelievable success. And despite the spying, the BS Mueller, the BS Russia, the BS impeachment, they didn't get it. They didn't get it. Now, the dual media-driven coronavirus racist civil war driven by the media, and who throws in with them? Corporate America, Hollywood, university, public education, government, pro sports team, everybody. It's unbelievable. They create race issues. Bubba Wallace, the ropes in Oakland, swings. Because there isn't racism in this country like that. The leaders on the left don't condemn at all. Have you heard Joe Biden and Barack Obama say, don't take down that Lincoln Emancipation statue? Have you heard that? Have you heard that? And everyone, corporate America, Hollywood, government, the pro sports teams, on and on, are scared of the media coming down. We are living in a situation no different. It's not an hyperbole. It's not an exaggeration. We are living in the same system now that Nazi Germany and communist East Bloc and Russia lived in. North Korea, China, everything. We are having free speech monitored. The protests against the coronavirus were wrong, but the race riots are okay. The hypocrisy is just unbelievable. Now, yesterday, I read from you from the Black Lives Matter that we disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure. Wow. Yesterday, Black Lives Matter leader states, if U.S. doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system. If you are a peaceful Black American, if you are a ordinary, God-fearing, non-God-fearing, hardworking, veteran, disabled, you name it, American of any race, that ought to scare the hell out of you. Ought to scare the hell out of you. Oakland School Board votes to eliminate its police department. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I am writing 3 books right now. One's at the publisher about my brother Seth. One is in progress called The Butcher of Pakistan about the Durrani litigation. One is about injustice in America, not the BS stuff, real injustice in the legal system. And I'm also going to write a book about truths. In other words, it's going to be maxims that are always true in this world. It's going to be the most Captain Obvious book ever written. And one of those truths is socialism has never worked. Anywhere, nowhere. It's never worked. And it is amazing to me that we now have a president that got elected doing an in-round around the mainstream media through social media. So what's happening now? The president of the United States is having his tweets and posts monitored, edited. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The First Amendment, right of free speech. The president of the United States, in my opinion, ought to be able to tweet, I hate Black people. He doesn't. But something like that. He should be allowed to tweet, say whatever the hell he wants. I hate the most egregious thing there is under the First Amendment. You now have Twitter and Facebook controlling what the president of the United States said. We already know they monitor what we say, edit what we say. The First Amendment, as we know it, and as it's supposed to be, is gone. The final defender of our rights is supposed to be the court system. And I'm proud of the federal judges who have shot down some of the battles and the lawsuits that Chris Wiest has filed in the state of Kentucky, Chris Finney's filed in Ohio. But I'm very disappointed in other decisions which reflect the court being influenced by it all. By it all. By it all. What happens, folks, when Biden wins? If they are burning down our cities, tearing down our statues, what happens then? A leader of the Black Lives Matter says all white Jesus statues and pictures need to go. And it ought to scare the living hell out of you. Where is even Republican leaders not named Donald Trump? Think about it. Think about it. Nancy Pelosi said the Republicans are trying to get away with the murder of George Floyd. Now, it used to be like this. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, tell you a little personal history. I was 19 years old and a first-year law student. And by the time I was 18 through 19, I started reading the newspapers for the first time. And I watched the one unbiased news show, and it was before cable TV, it was Nightline. I watched the nightly news. And as far back in 1981, and obviously before then, and I have been a news junkie ever since, it would go something like this inside the political campaigns and government. Man, we can't do that because if we do that, the freaking New York Times will kill us. Man, we can't do that, man. If we do that, the Washington Post will be up our ass. And we can't do that. If we do that, the ABC, CBS, and NBC will blow us up. Well, here's what goes on now. All the liberal groups, all the left groups, all of them, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Black Lives Matter, they now all know they can do whatever the hell they want. No one's going to call them on. There's no media to say, look at that. It doesn't exist. I want to give Oracle status to Jack Del Rio, Washington Redskins coach, who came out and said, yeah, I'm for Trump, and I'm for 100% America, and everybody can kiss my ass if they don't like it. Why isn't more people doing that? Why? Because of corporate slavery. Corporate slavery, the media. Now, I'm going to close with this. This is the Drudge Report again. Showdown. U.S. Marshals to help protect monuments nationwide. Good. USA, most cases in a day. No kidding. Record infection. Chuck, remind me, I recorded a Harvard expert explaining why there's more spikes and it's nothing to worry about. California jumped 70% an hour. Surge among young people. Secret Service quarantine after rally. Trump, Kung flu fighting. Census shows white decline. Non-white majority among youngest. All in the family. President's brother was in ICU just before filing suit over book. Tucson police chief offers resignation over death of Hispanic man in custody. It goes on and on, and this is not hyperbole. This is not hyperbole. It is up to Trump, the Republican Party, and each and every one of us to maintain the defense of Trump and the good traditional values of America and slowly convince enough people in each state that we need to win. Remember what I said once. I can't repeat all of my posts. I love so many of you have watched them all, so you have the cumulative knowledge. What did I once do a video about? Why can't we keep all that's good about America? And remember my 3 pillars. Capitalism. By the way, Calvin Coolidge said the business of America is business. You knock out business, you knock out America. Think about how the politicians in the swamp handled coronavirus, and think about how they handled the racial protests. This goes down, we go down. The 3rd pillar, if you remember, is the Constitution. You have to be deaf, dumb, and blind to not know that these, by the way, I'm not talking about religions, I'm talking about God, a belief in God. Our founding fathers were deists. God, capitalism, Constitution, the 3 pillars are completely under attack. And what do I say about history? Do you know how you make America even better? You improve it. You don't throw this out. So what do we have? We have in the 1960s the civil rights movement that improved things. We had women's suffrage that improved women vote. You improve it. You make amends. You improve it. You don't destroy it. They are for the destruction of this country. So my message is not to all of you people who are already on board. I ask you to take this message to those people you know aren't on board. We cannot give up. The stakes are too high. And you know what? I'm an optimist by nature. I still believe that 50% plus one in every state Trump needs is going to wake the hell up. I can't get how, if you're an ordinary American living in the suburbs and even in the cities or in the farms in this country, and you say, yeah, this is how are you not saying, what the hell is going on? This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope America has it.